Hey gang, it's me, your Uncle Todd. We're here with another episode of the Orville. Just like last week, this one is a pretty heavy one when it comes to themes and morals, things like that. It opens with the engineer Lamar having made some upgrades to the Aeronov device and finds that it can send things into the past. Well, once they notify Union headquarters about this, it becomes apparent that this is a very dangerous thing to have and it needs to be under secure facilities. Otherwise, the Krill or Kalon may get a hold of it and use it to go back in the past and wipe out the Union. Well, when they get to the secure facility, it's been destroyed and the Kalon attack. When they're caught in a tractor beam, it all seems lost. The pilot Gordon goes to destroy the machine, and while they're attempting to overload the warp drive, or well, they call it something else, but it's a warp drive, to break the tractor beam, the feedback when Gordon shoots the device with his gun causes a massive influx of energy, and he gets shot back 400 years into the past. Luckily, he is able to cobble together and send out a message that reaches him 400 years later. You know, speed of light, kind of science timey-wimey stuff. And so, using the device, they get the ship back to that time period. Unfortunately, they have arrived 10 years after Gordon arrived, and they've depleted their version of dilithium, and so they need to find a source, get some of that, replenish the Aeronov device so they can get back home. And when they go to get Gordon, they have found that unfortunately, because of the time passage, he's married with a family. He has a son and another child on the way. Now there's the conundrum. If they take him away, how does this affect their time that he's done this? If they go back into the past and grab him sooner, that means 2 lives are just wiped out. Boy, the moral complexities of this show. There's also some exciting things. You know, you got big space battle. Charlie and Isaac have to work together, you know, much to Charlie's chagrin. Although on the plus side, because Isaac needs to be disguised, he has a sort of holographic thing put over himself. And so the actual actor gets to play Isaac instead of being under the costume. He gets to just be Isaac, which is kind of nice. He did that once before in a previous season when he first started a relationship with the Doctor. And they would go into the holodeck and he would have a hologram of himself overlaid on himself to look human. And it is here that we learn that Charlie didn't just lose a friend. She lost a woman that she had fallen in love with. And the pain of that death still eats at her. And that is why she can never truly forgive Isaac. And there's some great comedy when they go to find their power source. They end up going to a biker bar and get Isaac into a arm wrestling competition in order to win a bet to get a couple of bikes. And then they have to pretend to be a couple to get a walkthrough of the house that is over top of the source they're looking for. And so they have to pretend they're going to buy the house because it's on the market. Some good comedy there. All in all, a really good episode. Like last week's, a lot of food for thought. And very interesting concept at the end, where they actually don't need the machine to get back to the future. They just use Albert Einstein's theories to do it. That I thought was very neat. Well, that's all I have for this. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.